Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? So one major storyline last week with the Saints loss to Carolina, of course, were the 8 coaches that were absent. A little bit of an update here. 5 of the 8 are back, as is their nutritionist, Jamie Meeks. And there are still 3 coaches, however, that are going to miss the game on Sunday. This is official from the Saints. Ryan Nielsen, Brian Young, and Dan Rauscher all will miss Sunday's game against New England. So the Saints staff, while certainly more whole than last week, still shorthanded this week. Nielsen, of course, is the assistant head coach and defensive line coach. Brian Young works with the defensive line. And then Rauscher is the run game coordinator and the tight ends coach. He replaced Dan Campbell, who, of course, left to become the head coach of the Detroit Lions. The Saints still a little shorthanded on the coaching staff front. The news with the injury report today, the final injury report, is better for New Orleans. Last week, we found out that the Saints were going to be without 5 starters that had started against Green Bay, were injured, and then we're going to miss the game. Now, we know Quan Alexander and Marcus Davenport are on IR, so they're out. We knew that. Eric McCoy, with his calf injury, did not practice Friday. He has been officially ruled out for the game on Sunday. So the Saints will not have Eric McCoy again, so Cesar Ruiz will start at center, and we are to presume that Calvin Throckmorton will start at guard. However, Throckmorton has been on the injury report all week, and he was limited again on Friday. So that's something worth watching, but as of now, it stands to reason that Throckmorton will start at right guard for the second consecutive week. But the fantastic news, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, full participant. Marshawn Lattimore, full participant. Linebacker Pete Werner looks like he'll make his debut. He was a full participant on Friday as well. P.J. Williams was a full participant. Tano Passanio, a full participant. Peyton Turner was limited, as he has been all week with an elbow injury, but still looks like he will be able to give it a go on Sunday. So the Saints are healthier going into this game than they were a week ago in Carolina. So last week at this time, you projected the New Orleans Saints to go undefeated, win the Super Bowl, and that Jameis Winston was going to win the MVP.
Most valuable player.
Yeah. And you put the gree-gree on them. Mm-hmm. They got popped in the mouth, and Jameis was objectively bad. The offensive line was brutal. It was literally the worst offensive performance of the Sean Payton era. 128 yards of total offense and only 6 first downs.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about this one?
Oh, man. So, of all the guys you mentioned getting back healthy, you didn't say anything about any offensive guys other than the O-lineman. McCoy?
Well, he's out.
Yeah. And you got a dude named Throckmorton,
which is kind of awesome.
Throckmorton.
Yeah.
That hasn't practiced, and you're expecting him to play.
You don't think? No, he has practiced. He's been limited. You don't think that that's an awesome name?
No.
Oh, man.
Not if I've never heard it before.
Calvin Throckmorton.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of awesome.
So it's hard to win with that guy.
No.
On your team. And what troubles me is their offensive performance last week was terrible, and Jameis stunk.
Mm-hmm.
And you still don't have any receivers to throw the ball to. The one guy I thought was going to be a good player, I guess it was just lightning in a bottle in the tight end. What's his name?
Oh, Juwan Johnson.
Juwan Johnson. He stinks again. Okay. So you still have one good player on offense, AK.
Yeah.
But
AK-41.
He never touches the ball for whatever reason.
No, he touched the ball last week.
So your team stinks. You have backup wide receivers, third-string wide receivers. The team's not any good. The whole defense is injured. You're saying guys are coming back to play, but they haven't really played that much. It's Pete Werner. Are you kidding me? We're relying on Pete Werner? Well, didn't he play first base for the Mets? Like, who is this guy?
That's Pete Alonso.
I don't even know who he is. You're counting on...
He's a rookie from Ohio State.
Oh, my gosh. Grow up, dude. Like, no. This team stinks. Look, I got excited.
So last week, they were going to the Super Bowl.
Right.
Jameis was winning the MVP.
Correct.
And now they stink.
It's my fault. I got excited because Aaron Rodgers wasn't ready to play.
Okay.
He was still on vacation with the actress that he's dating. What's her name?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought he was engaged.
With the hair, and he was out of it, and he did all that. So he pulled the wool over my eyes. This team's brutal. And dumpster fire for Nussmeier is back. And I think we just need to tank the rest of the season and get Garrett Nussmeier in the draft in 2 years.
Shailene Woodley.
I don't even know what you're saying.
That's Aaron Rodgers' engagement. His fiance, Shailene Woodley is her name.
Yeah,
I just looked it up.
She's like 23.
I have no idea. I just looked it up. So week 1, like everybody picked Green Bay, right? That's pretty fair. I mean, everybody was picking the Packers.
Yeah.
I mean, it was Aaron Rodgers was back. The Saints.
Look, I know what I'm talking about. I picked them.
The Saints were playing a home game in Jacksonville, and it's Jameis Winston, and there was one chubby, bald-headed guy on the radio who picked New Orleans to win that game.
Panamsky?
No. I don't think he'll ever be on the radio again.
Oh. Yours truly.
It was me, yeah.
Hey, Twitter world.
And then a week later, when everybody was saying, oh, the Saints, black and gold Super Bowl. They throttled Green Bay. They're awesome. Of course they're going to crush Carolina. There was one chubby, bald-headed radio guy who said, hey, you can't lose 5 starters week to week and 8 coaches and go on the road in the NFL and win a divisional game. The margin in the NFL is so thin, you can't run out there with a preseason roster and no coaches. And that person picked Carolina to beat New Orleans. Do you remember who that was?
You.
It was me.
Yeah. You're good at this. You should work in the circus. Guessing people's weights and stuff.
Probably could do that pretty well.
What do you think I weigh? Post sick.
Post sick. 179. 187. 317.
How'd you know?
Got it. Saints defense got it together against Carolina. Despite not having Quan, Davenport, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Marshawn Lattimore. When I knew Lattimore and Chauncey were out last week, that's when I was like, I have a terrible feeling. When you got that 3-headed monster receiver from Carolina and Christian McCaffrey, and you're without Chauncey and Lattimore, I was like, this is not going to go well. And Quan, obviously, as well. Now, you still don't have Quan, and that worries me, because I don't think you have a great answer. But New England doesn't have Christian McCaffrey. So I don't think that's as big of a deal this week. New England also has a rookie quarterback starting. And you're getting back Tano Passanio, and you're getting back Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, and you're getting back Marshawn Lattimore. And there's also not a true number one, no doubt threat on the outside that you're terrified is going to whip your guy on the outside in New England. Basically, there's nothing on that New England offense that makes me go, damn.
Yeah.
And the Saints defense is closer to whole. I am really optimistic about the Saints defense this week in New England. I think they're going to play great. I think this is a matchup for the Saints defensively that much better suits who the Saints are and what they do. Also, I gave this stat out earlier this week. New England, dead last in the NFL in red zone efficiency.
25%.
28%. Dead last. Thank you for listening.
Close enough.
New Orleans, number 1 in the NFL at 100% red zone efficiency. I don't care if New England moves the ball between the 20s. If they can't convert or they settle for threes, the Saints have a great chance to win this game. The question everybody is going to ask is, okay, well, can they move the ball? And my big contention is the issue with the offense last week was not that the receivers stink and out they can't get Kamara the ball. Like, the offensive line was brutal. I gave this stat out all last week. because I've heard Mike Detillier drill it into my brain for 11 years, and he called me on Sunday laughing his ass off about the stat that teams that lose their starting center fail to cover 80% of the time. I bet Mike Detillier made a second retirement last week betting against the Saints because it's true. And when Eric McCoy makes all of your calls, and then all of a sudden he's not there, and they got a new quarterback and a guy playing center for the first time, it was a disaster. And you didn't have your offensive line coach all week. Now you got your offensive line coach back. And you had a week for Ruiz to work at center and be the guy and to look at game film and see what they did wrong. And you know New England's going to do the same damn thing. They're just going to pressure the hell out of Jameis and blitz again. And you gave Sean Payton a week to look at that and to game plan to scheme against it. The NFL is all about adjustments. It's matchups and adjustments. It's a copycat league. Everyone's going to try to do the same thing. How you adjust determines if you have success. We see this all the time with rookie quarterbacks, people say, why do the Saints struggle against young quarterbacks? I don't know. It's anybody. Like, you come into the league, you have some success, and then people will see game film of you, and as soon as they do, it happened last year with Taysom. Taysom, his first start, was pretty efficient. And then he stunk because teams saw him. They saw he was a one-trick pony, and they crushed him. That's what it was. So giving the Saints offensive line another week this week to work on protections, giving Sean Payton the opportunity to game plan this offense after seeing what he saw last week and to get all of their attention and just being healthier, I like the Saints this week. I'll remind you as well, the last time the Saints were that brutal on offense was 2019. They played Atlanta on a Thursday night. Saints were coming off their bye. They were playing Atlanta. Atlanta was 1-7. And the Saints lost that game in the Dome 26-9. They did not score a touchdown in the game. And Atlanta was brutal. They were 1-7, and Atlanta kicked the crap out of New Orleans. You know what happened the next week? The Saints went on the road to Tampa Bay and smashed the Bucs 34-17. Sean Payton is still an amazing coach. He's a great offensive play caller. The Saints are healthier. They got a gigantic wake-up call. They're not as bad as they were a week ago. They're getting their coaching staff back. They're going to go to New England focus. The Saints are going to beat the Patriots. Saints are going to get to 2-1, and they're going to beat New England on Sunday.
Give me Mac Jones.
Mac Jones will throw 2 interceptions also. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.